Yeah.
What are you girls going to wear to the inauguration?
I don't know.
We haven't decided.
What jewelry are you going to wear?
None.
Well, that's right. The Wilson girls don't believe in jewelry.
Oh, yes, we do. We just haven't any.
If you'll step over here.
What's your first move, Governor?
Right there. Thanks very much.
Have you made any appointments?
Gentlemen, if you'll wait a minute, I'll be glad to write out a statement.
Oh, that's all right, Governor. Just give us some personal stuff.
Quite an upset, Professor.
Any election's an upset, young man, if you're unfortunate enough to be elected.
Lean over close to Miss Wilson, Governor.
I have to put up with this sort of thing in my own home.
Yes, my dear. Every day from now until the end of your life.
Open.
So you might as well get used to it.
Smile.
Smile.
Oh, still.
The legislature has had sufficient time to digest the contents of this bill, gentlemen. Therefore, I must insist that it be brought to a vote immediately, regardless of the opposition.
You're right, Governor. We have the votes. I say let's go ahead and let them howl.
Excuse me, Governor.
Yes, Tumulty?
Senator Jones has arrived with Mr. Beaker.
Thank you, Tumulty. Will you send them in, please? Will you gentlemen excuse me?
Surely, Governor.
Good morning, Governor.
Good morning, Senator.
Governor. Beautiful
Mr.
day.
Beaker. Sit down, gentlemen.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Well, you sent for me, Governor?
Yes. Did you authorize this statement to the effect that you have decided to be a candidate for the United States Senate?
At the insistence of many of my friends, Governor.
But you publicly stated that in no circumstances would you be a candidate.
A man says a lot of things in the heat of a campaign, Governor.
But to go back on your word, less than a year after the election will be outrageous and indecent.
Oh, come, Governor. People don't take these matters as seriously as you do. They've probably forgotten all about it.
I beg to differ with you, Senator. I haven't forgotten, nor have the people.
But surely if the party feels Uncle Ed's the man for the job.
The people who elected me have already decided that he's not.
Now, hold on, Governor. Let's get one thing clear. I nominated you. I elected you.
Then you should have exercised better judgment in your choice.
Would you be satisfied to announce your opposition publicly and let it go at that?
If you insist on going through with such bald-faced deceit, I shall have no recourse but to fight you with every means in my power.
Well, looks to me as if the professor here expects to give us the bum's rush and run this whole show to suit himself.
I consider your language coarse, Mr. Beaker, and your manners offensive. However, you seem to have grasped the idea perfectly.
I don't want to quarrel with you, Governor. I know how seriously you take all these reform issues and how hard you've worked. What you need is a nice long rest.
Good day, Senator.
Be sensible, Governor. We know you've got your eye on the White House. But what chance do you think you'd have for the nomination if your own state organization is against you?
Get out.
You're no gentleman.
You're no judge.
I still don't understand it. He seemed like such a nice fellow, too.
I told you I didn't like the cut of that fellow's jaw.
What gets me is the way the newspapers all over the country are picking this up. Making him out a hero.
Yeah, it'll be just like that darn fool convention to go on and nominate him for president now, whether we like it or not.
The Republicans split wide open between Teddy Roosevelt and Taft. They can elect him, too.
Well, if you ask me, that'd be a whole lot better than having him hanging around New Jersey.
Yes, I'll tell Governor Wilson you call the moment he returns. Come in. Yes, sir. Yes. Yes, thank you, sir. Hello, boys.
Hello, Tumulty.
What's that?
More applications for the Wilson for President clubs. There's Rochester and Atlanta and Oyster Bay.
What? That's Teddy Roosevelt's hometown.
Well, I come from there too, Mr. Tumblety.
Governor Wilson's office. This is his secretary. Oh, yes, Congressman. How do you do? Sorry. The governor's out of town at the moment on a very important mission. I wish I could tell you where he is. But it's something very close to his heart. Something I'm sure you'd approve of.
We were sailing alone on the moonlight bay. We could hear the voices ringing. They seemed to say, you have stolen her heart. Now don't go away. As we sang love's old silly song on moonlight day.
Henry! A very important mission, Official business, no doubt.
Yes, it's odd, but it seems something important like this comes up at least once a week.
Yes, every time the palace changes its program.
Well, they tell me you've taken to politics like a billy goat to tin can, raising Cain all over the place. No wonder they want to kick you upstairs into the White House.
Oh, you mustn't take these Wilson for President clubs too seriously. Remember, a lot of people still regard me as a pretty dangerous fellow.
And so you are, but it's too late now. I've already paid out $5 to help bamboozle the public.
Just throwing it away.
Maybe. But Teddy Roosevelt's a Harvard man, Bill Cash from Yale, and I'd give $5 of my money any day to let a Princeton boy have a crack at both of them in the same game.
The chair has the honor to present to you that great Democrat, that peerless leader who has never sold the truth to serve the hour, the great commoner himself, Nebraska's favorite son, William Jennings Bryan.
What is it, Daniels? Wilson's at the governor's mansion in Seagirt. We'd better get him on the telephone. I don't like the way this Bryan thing is going.
Neither do I, but McCombs here's his campaign manager. He doesn't seem to think there's anything to worry about.
It's too early. Besides, the Associated Press, every newspaper in New York has a direct wire to the governor's place. He probably already knows what's going on.
That William Jennings Bryan, he's trying to steal the nomination for himself.
What's he done now, Tumblety?
He's got his band playing hymns.
It is my great honor and distinguished privilege to place in nomination for the exalted office of President of the United States that great statesman from Alabama, Oscar W. Underwood.